Bye.
Hey there, how are you?
Hey, sorry, I was calling you back because I was finishing another
No,
call.
you're fine. I'm sorry. We're still like we thought we had this figured out and then we didn't, but now we do. And
Okay, no
so
worries.
what I'll do is I won't keep you long. I'm gonna put you off the stage for a few minutes and we'll talk for a few minutes. And then we'll bring you on. How much time do you have?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
After this, I'm eating pizza and laying down. So we're good.
Okay, so if you're hanging with us for a minute, it might be it might be closer to like 7:15 or so before we bring you on. That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Hey guys, can everyone hear me? Are you there's a good sensation. Is you gonna be on here with me?
Oh, I thought this was Jane.
Well, he is.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me? We're running multiple platforms at once. We're using StreamYard and just want to make sure. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. I'm glad everybody can hear. Give us a couple of minutes to get people joined, fully joined, and then we'll get started. Thank y'all so much for coming. Push that out a little bit. Right, yeah, there we go. Family. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We're just taking a couple of minutes to get everybody a chance to jump on. If you have questions, y'all can go ahead and drop your questions in the chat so that when we get to the Q&A, we'll be ready. Yeah, whose sensory is just gonna have to be hidden because my head is big. Just waiting a couple more minutes. Thank y'all so much. Hey, AJ. Oh, we don't need that. So yeah, if you have questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Do you want to watch the comments on TikTok from my phone? That way, like, I guess we can turn it down. Y'all can tell we're not exactly pros at this, but we're getting there. I know y'all are getting y'all are getting the raw, straight up. Just a second. I'm gonna put it on my TikTok and then go to the sensory. Yep, it says we're live. Here we go. So that way you can at least see the questions. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Want to make sure one more time that everyone can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you cannot hear me. Also, go ahead and drop your questions in the comments as well and tell us why you're here. Tell us where you're from if you feel comfortable doing that, and tell us why you're here because we want to get acquainted. Hope everyone is doing well. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thanks again for joining. It took us a little bit to get everything navigated. We're trying to use a multi-platform StreamYard, and it's been interesting, but I think we got it together. So we'll go ahead and just jump right in. My name is Katina, and I have my assistant here, Saray. And we felt like it was important to connect with everyone online just so we could answer questions, so that we could show you the hoodie. I know everyone is interested in the Sensory Max, so you could get a demo real time and see how it works. And then also answer any questions you have. And we also have Dr. Kayla Smith, who is with us, and she'll be talking about adaptive apparel and why it's a great tool and resource. Courtney said, I'm from Colorado. I'm autistic and know of a really cool store that may want to carry your hoodie and such. It's really awesome store, and I'd love to introduce y'all's hoodie to them because the lady who owns it loves supporting small business. First of all, I love Colorado so much. I started traveling to Colorado a few years ago, and I go to I don't know why the name of the city just fell out of my head.
Is it a big city?
Fort Collins. I go to Fort Collins quite a bit, and I love it there. I fly into Denver and go to and drive to Fort Collins, and it's beautiful. Thanks so much for that, and I would love that information. Thanks, Courtney. So I guess we'll start with the very first question that came through.
Send us a message.
Yeah, send us a mess. Oh,
An email.
she says she loves it. Fort Collins is like it's beautiful. It is a beautiful, I mean, I love it there. I love it every time I get ready to, every time I go. Hey, Miss Darlene. Hi, Brenda Stone. That's my mom, y'all. Brenda it's my mom. So I'm going to start with the first question from my mom. Why did you just decide to create this hoodie? I'm sure some of you have seen a little bit of my story, especially if you're local to where I am, which is in Denton, Texas. We're in North Texas, about 30 miles south of or north of Dallas. But the way I started, the reason why I started Hood Sensory is because it started with a question. We were out and about in June of 2020, which is 6 years ago. And my sons, and one of my sons is going to be here. One is in college. Well, two are in college, but one is actually sick at home, and one is away at college. But my oldest son will be here shortly. He's coming from work. But it started with just basically arguing with my kids about wearing hoodies in the summertime. It was something that I did not understand. And just from a respectability standpoint, I was like, you're making me look bad, making me look like I don't, care about you by wearing these hoodies in the Texas heat. And if you are in Texas, or if you know of Texas, if you've been to Texas, especially in our area, well, all over Texas, it gets hot as Southwest hell. Like, it gets extremely hot here. And it's even warm today. And we're just into spring. We have hot days in the winter, right?
Yeah.
And so I was arguing with them about wearing hoodies, and I was like, dude, like, y'all have got to change clothes. And they wouldn't change. But and this is my two younger sons. They wouldn't change clothes, but they couldn't really tell me why they wouldn't. And so we went on about our day. It is truly hot, Darlene. And you from New Orleans. Okay, for you to say Texas is hot. It's hot. And so they wouldn't change. And I just started paying attention to not just my sons, but their friends. And even a little bit before June, like, it had been an ongoing argument. And when COVID hit, and even before that, dropping kids off at school, I would notice that the kids would be wearing pajamas and all kinds of just makeshift clothing. Like, it was really, I was tripped out, especially, with me going to school in a totally different era. I'm Gen X, totally different era, in where, you had to dress a certain way. And so I started getting really curious about, so I Googled, why are my kids wearing hoodies in the summertime? I just Googled it. And of course, there was nothing really. But I think the word, thank you, Courtney. Thank you for messaging me. I think the word sensory popped up. So I, looked into sensory. I started looking into adaptive wear. Yes, Darlene, you're a middle school educator. It is a battle daily, I'm sure. Yeah. And so I started just kind of going down this rabbit hole. And when I went down the rabbit hole, I started looking at clothing, like adaptive clothing and sensory clothing. And what I found was crazy, because a lot of the clothing was nothing that anybody that I know, it was nothing that they would wear, especially with bullying being real and not wanting to stand out. And now, as a neurodivergent, me truly understanding that, not wanting to stand out, everything I saw was either not stylish or just something that I didn't think anybody would wear outside of the house. And it started with me just drawing, deciding that I was going to make something stylish and premium and nice for my sons and their friends. And from the beginning, I knew that I wanted it to be a company, to create a nice, stylish hoodie that checked all the boxes, or as many boxes as it could check. And so I started talking to DME suppliers. I started talking to folks in the healthcare industry, which I've worked in for 25 years. I just started talking to anybody that would listen. And I found a local fashion designer. Her name is Jennifer, and she was a professor at UNT, University of North Texas, where I live. And she put me in touch with a couple of other fashion design folks. And that's how Hood Sensory was born. And so we started just with my stick figure of me telling, I met up with the manufacturer, and he was very kind, and he listened to me. I mean, he it's so crazy because he has clients. He works with major brands, and he's been in manufacturing and design and fashion for decades. But he's near me, in Dallas Fort Worth area, and he heard what I wanted, and we just started trying to make what I wanted. And the compression sleeves, just to give you like an idea of what things looked like, the compression sleeves started off as like these pillows around the arm, which was so weird. And we've been through several prototypes. I think we might be on 8 or 9 or maybe even 10, but it evolved from me understanding that I was coming to the knowledge that I was neurodivergent, me caring for my sons, and us all in our team and people that we knew saying, hey, this is too tight. I don't like this. I don't like something around my neck. I don't want, just we nitpicked it to death. And over the course of the last 3 years, we developed what is now the final prototype. And even what I'm wearing is not the final prototype. There's one more, because we took this one, and I have clinical OCD. We took this one and I picked it apart, and I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. And I even took some feedback from folks that have been wearing and testing, but also from the online community. And so that's how Hood Sensory was started. I hope that makes sense. Anybody else have any questions? Okay. And so that's how we started Hood Sensory. And it's just been an amazing journey, 6 years of someone who had no background in fashion deciding that she wanted to do something for her sons. And to see it come to fruition has been amazing. And to see it actually helping people. I get text messages from folks who buy our hoodies at the pop-up, and some hoodies that we've shared, and they love it, especially for the neurospicy community. Seeing people get relief, it's just been such a tremendous thing. Courtney says, I didn't get my autism diagnosis until I was 34 with 2 kids. Both babies are on the spectrum, and we all have different sensory needs. I love this idea so much, and I love the styling of your products. They really do look nice. Thank you so much. And we are similar in that I didn't get diagnosed until I was in my late 40s with 3 kids, 2 of whom are neurospicy. And so it's been an amazing journey to even learn more about myself. Someone asked, Shonda asked, will the hoodie be satin lined? Right now, the hoodie is not satin lined. It is going to be bamboo lined and bamboo/tinsel lined. We didn't want to just automatically copy satin, because there's another brand, Ken Apparel, that started out with satin lined hoodies, and we kind of wanted to honor what they're doing. I don't like to steal what people are doing, and because I don't want anyone to steal what I'm doing. But I did seek out to determine what the best lining for different types of hair would be. And of course, I have, I'm Black with ethnic hair. All my sons have locks. My husband is bald, but so yeah, there we go. And I wear my hair natural. I'm wearing a protective style right now, but I wear my hair natural. I wanted to get something that would work well for ethnic hair, but I also wanted it to be something that wouldn't cause static for people who didn't have ethnic hair or people who had more fine hair. And sometimes satin will tear. It will, it'll cause like static, your hair to frizz. And so we landed on bamboo because it's a really great fabric, and mixed with tinsel, it has the satin feel. So it'll feel like a satin line, but it's not, it's bamboo and tinsel. So did that answer your question, Miss Shonda? And I think you'll like it. I really think the lining that we decided to go with is really nice. And and it feels like satin. And even, it's in the same, it's shiny. It feels the same way, but I feel like it's going to cover way more people, a diverse audience of people. So
I want to know what your favorite feature is.
Saray says she wants to know what my favorite feature is. My favorite feature is the mini weighted blankets, because I knew that it was so huge. It was like significant. I knew that it would make such a tremendous difference, and stand out as an adaptive garment. And so we put a ton into developing the mini weighted blankets, because they had to land at, it started off, they would be a little bulky. And so we had to get them to land on the shoulders, because the goal is to make sure that the hoodie looks normal from the outside. And so we didn't, we had to deal with like the hunchback thing, the big 80 shoulder pads. So we figured it out, and it lays smoothly, like they lay smoothly in your hoodie, and you can't even tell that you're wearing them. I finally figured out this technology stuff. Hey, Siobhan. And so, the mini weighted blankets, and then wanting them to heat and cool, wanting them to lay a certain way on the body, like how to get them to line up within the pouch. That was the most challenging. That and the compression sleeves were the most challenging, but the mini weighted blankets are my favorite. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in to the demo of the Sensory Max. How many folks have already gone on Kickstarter and ordered their hoodie? Okay, the question is, I'm wondering if your hoodies will account for that. I'm the same as you. Like I'm a chesty girl. So yeah. And they will be unisex, but they are oversized. So even for a chesty person like me, and Saray's like, and me.
I'm an 8th cup, I know.
Yeah. Shonda, thank you. Day one. Yeah. You said what? She said she's an H cup, and yeah. So, and I'm like a F. And so the hoodie accounts for voluptuousness. Yeah, it's not. So are y'all ready to get into the demo of the Sensory Max? I'm going to bring my son over, Jamie. Got to get in the frame, because I know it's hard to explain the hoodie. Courtney says she's cackling. It's hard to explain it, and it's even hard to present it. I think for the longest time, this is my son, Jamie. For the longest time, people were like, oh, that's a nice hoodie. And it was just hard to get people to basically set it up in marketing to stand out as a adaptive hoodie, because it just looked like a regular hoodie. Siobhan says, I can attest that they fit chesty and fluffy gals as one myself. Thanks, Siobhan. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this demo. So I'm going to push this chair back. So the way it works. Oh, wait. I know we're about to take the whole computer off. Okay. So the way it works, and y'all have to forgive me today, I'm just kind of out of sorts because I took a kid to the ER the other day, and I haven't had any sleep, but we're going to do this. So It's okay. You can come back. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, right. So the way the mini weighted blankets work, it's a zipper and they come out from here. And you see the sleeves are tucked in as well because there's a snap right here in what would be the armpit. You see that? It's a snap. And I snap it back. So if you don't want to wear the sleeves, you would just they would be tucked in this pouch. But this is the mini weighted blanket and how it fits in the front. And can y'all hear that? Those are ceramic beads and they can be microwaved in short spurts. So like 50 to 15 seconds, 30 seconds, you can heat them up in the microwave, or you can put them in the freezer. And in the freezer, you can keep them in the freezer as long as you want, which is what I do. I'll throw mine in the freezer and let them stay in there all night long. But it has a nice weight to it. They're about 1 pound, a little bit over a pound each. And there's one in the front, and then there's one in the back.
It's this one.
So there's one in the front and there's one in the back.
You're tugging on them. That's coming.
I know. They don't, it's hard to get them out. It's not hard to get them out. It's just that they stay.
Yeah, they secure.
And so the way they're made, they lay flat. They lay really nicely. You don't see a lot of bulk or bulge. And so no one will know that you have them on. Jamie, you want to talk about that a little bit? Because you wear yours every day.
Yeah. So the weights and everything like that, they're not really too heavy. You can definitely feel, they do feel like a hug directly. They, like I said, they aren't really heavy or anything like that. They don't go through and add a whole lot of heat or anything like that. And with the cooling factor, there is a lot of versatility to that. And so usually, especially during whenever it's hot outside or it's really humid, we live in Texas. So, I mean, you know, going through and throwing them in the freezer, same thing as my mom said and everything like that. That actually goes through and helps, and it'll last throughout the day. The ceramic and everything like that, ceramic, much like silicone and different things like that, they can go through and retain a lot of temperature control. So they'll retain a lot of the cold, they'll retain a lot of the heat, and they'll keep that going throughout that time process. So I mean, I'd say it probably lasts maybe about an hour or two.
For you?
Yeah, about an hour or two, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how long I go through and keep it in there.
But also, when you put in the insert with the warmth, you know, like if you were to heat it and you would put it in, it also kind of absorbs body temperature too. So you're getting warm.
Yeah.
And then there's like a warmth retention, because it's like you're getting warm, it's warm, you know, and I'm not a scientist, but you know.
Your body regulation and everything, it'll keep you warm.
There you go. Boom,
You'll be very insulated. And this is almost like an insulating pouch in and of itself, especially whenever the warmth and everything is coming into play. So
yeah.
We got a question. Where are they tucked into the zip up? So they are zip up.
Oh, in the zip up? Oh, you're talking about the weights? The weights?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah.
So for the zip up, they are not in the zip up. The zip up is called, it's the style for the zip up is the core comfort. And so that style, we decided to make a style that did not have the mini weighted blankets, because the mini weighted blanket function is actually what makes the hoodie the price point that it is. I mean, and so we decided to make a basic level for people who didn't necessarily need the mini weighted blankets, but it has all the other features. So like the zip up, and I will tell you that we are working on developing a zip up with the weights, but it's pretty tricky because if you put them on the back, then it pulls the hoodie up, and you know, it's a weird thing, but we are working on that. But for the zip up, there's 2 pockets, and then it has all the same features, and I'll go through the features.
The 2 pockets on the zip up are just as deep as this one pocket here.
Yeah.
Just split in half.
Just split in half.
Yeah.
So with the features, we have the chewable drawstrings, and for chewable, we say they're chew friendly. So we're not, you know, some people chew a lot, like they really chew into their strings, and you know, they're chew friendly for people who need to, like I know people chew on their cuffs and things like that, but they're not for a snack or a meal. They're just for gentle chewing. Yeah. Then of course we have mini weighted blankets. We have the fidget loops that are here, and there are 2 in the pocket, and there are 2 down here, and that's for you to hang your toys. We have the compression sleeves that snap and store, but they also, you can wear them and keep it snapped. You want to, they can, yeah. You want to take your arm out the sleeve to kind of show them. Like, I'm trying to do the snap. Like try to put on your sleeve. You have to put it through the hole first. Yeah. Then, yeah, I got you. You got me. Okay. There.
So technically I can go through and put in my compression sleeve while wearing the hoodie. And that'll go through and pretty much just look like this. It's still snapped in and everything like that.
So yeah, there you go.
And it's still snapped in and everything. So to go through and take it off, I can go through and unsnap it, of course, and do that whole thing classically. Or I can just slide it right out.
And what size are you wearing?
2X.
Yeah, he likes a little room.
Yeah.
But you can wear extra large. I'm wearing an extra large.
Mm-hmm.
You actually could wear large, but you like the arm length and the.
Yeah, I have really long arms.
Yeah.
So I like the arm length and everything like that. So that way the web isn't going through and pinching or anything through the thumb holes and whatnot.
How tall are you?
6'2".
And how much do you weigh?
200.
Okay. Just to give them some context. And then we have the rubberized logo, which the logo, I know that in the advertising, you're seeing like the big words Hood Sensory, and that was in the beginning. What you'll see on the next prototype, it won't even have the words. It's just going to have the shell. It's just going to have the shell, and the shell is going to be raised, and it's black and white. And so that's what you're going to see is just the shell, but it's really, really thick and textured and rubberized. We had to work on that, but we definitely heard where people were like, hey, I don't want to have those words on my sleeve because I don't want anybody to know. And, you know, I want to have your hood on. Now he has locks down to his butt, and this is his, that's his hood. Okay.
It still fits.
And then of course the thumb holes, and then it cinches at the waist. And then there's like, I don't know, you take this off.
Their mascot?
Yeah. So this is our signature turtle. We make these locally, our little knit turtle. And like Jamie normally has, my son has all his toys hanging all over. He has Spider-Man. He has everything hanging all over his hoodie most of the time. And you can, like, again, you can tuck it in the pocket. Mm-hmm. And then there's also a zipper in the pocket for just to have something to fidget with. There's a zipper inside the pocket. And then, of course, we have the arm sleeves. And all the zippers, if you can hear, very, very pretty quiet, right? Okay. Let me sit back down. One second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Because you got this all. Yeah. All right. So let me see. I'm looking at questions. Do I feel like the time and the money spent was worth my effort? I do. I do feel like it's been well worth my efforts because I feel like we're helping people. I know that we have a lot of companies since 6 years ago that have started, you know, and they're labeling themselves as anxiety hoodies and this and that, you know, they're basically as a cure to the disabilities, as a cure to the conditions. And I do not do that because one, I am neurodivergent and I am not trying to pitch Hood Sensory as a cure. It's a tool, it's a resource. But a lot of what's out there right now is really, really gimmicky. And it's not going to cure anything. It's just going to give you support. And for a lot of people, it's a conversation starter. For a lot of parents who don't know why their kids are wearing hoodies in the summertime, like I didn't know, it may be the start of helping them to get the support they need. For those parents who are conscious and aware, they're getting another tool and resource. But yes, it is very, very worth my time and money spent and the effort, because I have seen what it's done in my life. It's even helped me to connect better with my sons. I know that there's a lot going on in the world when it comes to families and, kids going no contact, and, just there's a lot of estrangement that's happening these days. And I'm really grateful for my family in that. And I'm grateful for the fact that I was able to take a pause and, even on something as at the time as small as wearing hoodies in the summertime, and it helped to shift my mind, not just that, but on many things, and help me learn how to communicate with my sons and my nieces and my family in a different way. So Courtney said, I have a variety of chronic illnesses. Hold on just a second. Are you pointing to tell me something?
Yes.
What does that say?
You have Melly on.
Oh, hey, Melly. A long time watcher and rising. Oh, thank you, Melly, for joining us. Hey, y'all on TikTok. I'm sorry, we got TikTok a little bit separate from the StreamYard. Thank y'all so much for joining. We appreciate y'all. Courtney says, I have a variety of chronic illnesses and pain. Both the heat and ice are huge selling points for, yes, part of a huge wheelchair user group that would also love these. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're learning, even though we started this out to help folks with disability, we are learning that, sickle cell warriors, there's so many people that could take advantage of having a garment like this. For blood transfusions and even getting your blood pressure checked, blood draws, IV. There's so many needs and so many uses. Athletes needing, heat and ice therapy. Are there questions on here? Y'all forgive me. I can't see.
No, you're good.
Okay. So I'm going to act a moment and bring Dr. Kayla Smith on to join us. I met her just kind of on this journey with Hood Sensory, and she's been amazing. I really felt validated by you. Hey, Dr. Smith.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you. Thank you.
Felt so validated. I met you at the Cotton Bowl when we were set up for a women's pro soccer game. As a vendor, we were set up, and you came and you found us. And it was just like there have been moments in this journey where I thought that something was wrong. I thought, I'm like, oh, you're just being crazy. Like nobody's gonna want this. I mean, I've had all kinds of imposter complex and all that, but tell us about yourself, Dr. Smith, and tell us how you came to know about Hood Sensory and anything else that you'd like to share.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just Kayla. I know everybody's like, oh, you work so hard for that doctorate, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still a person first. So I'm just Kayla. I'm the CEO and founder of Helen's Project, and we're a multi-state nonprofit that offers mental health support services, medication management, food and fitness and nutrition, basically everything that you can need to have full comprehensive psychiatric wraparound services in one single phone call. We're super excited that we're bringing back our case management services to the extent that we did when we were operating in the housing sector. So that's really exciting. But one of the biggest things, like when we met you at the Cotton Bowl and I saw you guys and I ran up and I was like, oh, I've been looking for you because I saw your Instagram. I think it was an ad, maybe. I don't even remember, but I just know I saw it on Instagram and I was telling you just the way that your hoodie is made with intention. And I have so many clients that are part of the neurospicy community, especially kids who are struggling in school and are struggling in different environments, and the immediate response is put them on meds, put them on meds, put them on meds. And it's like, well, are we looking at other interventions? Are we looking at other ways to help? I'm going to focus on kids right now for this topic.
Absolutely.
But are we focusing on how can we help these kids pass? How can we help them graduate? How can we do that when you have so many teachers who are more focused on, oh, that's a distraction, that's a toy, take it away, rather than understanding that no, me messing with a fidget or having a sensory item or doing a tactile stimulation is to help me focus. And
Yeah.
I can remember for myself when I was in school, if you were to pull like my old journals in there, you'll see like doodles all across the bottom and like circles and circles and circles on pages. But I was
Yeah.
a straight A student because I can't just sit there and look at you and be like, okay, yeah, no, I'm doodling, I'm drawing, I'm playing with something. But I think we tend to forget that, especially attention spans now and the way we learn now and the way our brains operate now is so different. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people tend to forget that we're still like they're still kids. At the end of the day, they're still
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm definitely
Well,
glad to be here.
huh?
I said I'm definitely glad to be here and answer any questions you have in regards to just like your hoodie and the way that it helps, how it can help support so many people within these communities.
And one of your kiddos has the hoodie, right?
Yes, I would have had it on today. Haven't gotten it back since I bought it. Like, so much so that she sleeps in it. And I'm like, girl, we have to take this off and wash it and clean it. And she's like, you're going to
That's
change the
hilarious.
smell. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's going to get washed.
That
But
is
the
hilarious.
the chewable drawstrings on it, that's like her favorite feature. And her
Really?
just being, oh yeah, that was always a thing. When her anxiety would hit, she would, we typically have like acrylic nails, she will bite them off. She will
Oh
bite them
my God.
off. Oh yeah, and I'm like, doesn't that
I,
hurt?
I
She's like,
I will
oh
tell the
no.
truth. I do that too.
See.
Yeah. She's not alone. I have done that.
Yes, or even being in class and just like biting on her finger, chewing a pen, chewing a pencil, whatever the case may be. So her being in school now and being able to chew on the drawstrings, that's her favorite feature. And she doesn't get in trouble for it like she used to.
Yeah.
And
No, love it.
so much so that we've actually incorporated it in her 504 plan with the school for anxiety, being able to say, like, she can wear the hoodie, she can chew on the string, she can use the fidget attachments, and they can't tell her anything.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk
Mhm.
about how okay, with you being a therapist, I'm sure you know how to navigate the waters a lot better than most of us. But how easy was it and what was the process of you getting that accommodation for your daughter?
I will say for me, it was fairly easy, but that is because I am not a person that you can very easily say no to when I mean it. Like when I mean it, you're going to hear what I have to say, especially if I have facts behind it. So,
Yeah.
however, that's not very common for a lot of my parents that I support. And it is a big push and pull with schools and accommodations. And it's interesting that this whole thing came about today because that was a conversation I had with my clinicians is that any clinician can advocate for accommodations of a student based upon a clinical diagnosis. So if a student comes to us and they say, yes, I'm really, the example I used today was I'm really struggling with my anxiety when taking my test, I really could benefit from extended time. Then
Right.
as a clinician, I can write a recommendation that says student A would benefit from extended time, because of like anxiety responses due to undue stress or high pressure situations. And then I also can add that line in there, which I did with my daughter, which is to help alleviate the anxiety symptoms, recommendation of her wearing her hood sensory sweater with her hood
Okay.
sensory sweater. And then I like labeled from your website, I labeled all of the features of the hood sensory sweater. And I said, she can
Wow.
do all of these things with her sweater and you can't tell her no. And so we went to the counselor, and this is, I tell my parents all the time, you sit in that counselor's office until you feel understood. And you
Wow.
tell them like this feature does this does this does this, and this is how it benefits me. So as long as you're able to clearly communicate ABC, and it can't be like I tell people this all the time, facts versus feelings. It can't be like, well, I feel it does
Right.
this. No, it has to be a factual thing. If you say I feel like my heart starts racing when people are looking at me. And because I'm getting my like racing heartbeat, I have the weighted blanket inside of my hoodie to help me with that. And so
Right.
you attach A to B. And so when you go in front of the school counselors, and this is for college, any level of education, what have you, that's how you have to advocate for yourself. And that's how, like, I've helped some of my clients who've also ordered your hoodie and bought it at the Cotton Bowl too, that I've told them how to incorporate this hoodie with them for their accommodations at work, at school, and all their different environments that they're in.
So have you ever experienced where there's been a rejection of your recommendations?
Oh, 100%. But, I tell people data doesn't lie. That's it. Data doesn't
Exactly.
lie. So if like when you were in school and they would say cite your sources, I am the
Yeah.
queen of citing a source. I
I
love
love
those
it.
receipts. Like,
I love
okay,
it.
you're gonna tell me no. Well, here's the DSM-5, here's the ICD-10, here's like empirical evidence that shows that this is what this is. And by the time they've gone through probably 10 or 15 pages of me citing my sources of empirical evidence and research, then they're like, oh, okay, fine, we'll give it to you. And I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. But
I love it.
it's also you having the right person in your corner. If you don't have a support
Yeah.
team like my team here, if my therapists that are on staff don't know, they know they can ask me, and I will stand 10 toes down with them, like side by side, like, let me show you how to advocate. And so if you don't have someone in your corner to help you advocate, then of course you're going to take that no and just be like, okay, well, what do I do?
Well, and something that we're looking into because of my healthcare background is I want to be able to provide like HSA support, letters of medical necessity, point to the resources, because it's not just an issue with school, it's also in the work environment. And
Mm-hmm.
what I don't understand is there's been this criminalization of wearing a hoodie, and a hoodie is just a piece of clothing, just like any other piece of clothing. And while I do understand, um, there's business attire, there's attire that's correct for school and work. In the society that we live in now, a lot of work environments, school environments are very casual. And
Mm-hmm.
I just believe that people should be able to show up the way that is best for them, especially considering there are things like that have even become even more amplified and since COVID. Not that it wasn't there in the first place, but I think the world paused in such a way, and things were exposed in such a way that people came to the realization they had to kind of sit with themselves, and they sat with their kids, and they came to know that like these things are real. And so more and more people are looking for these types of solutions, and I just think that it's ridiculous to have this pushback about wearing a piece of clothing. As long as
Mm-hmm.
it's clean, as long as it's, presentable,
Mm-hmm.
it's a piece of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Can you speak to that? I know I just rambled, but
No, you're perfectly fine. I mean, this comes down to the statement of perception. Perception is everything, and it's something that you can't control. You can't control someone else's perception of you. And that
no.
goes down to hair, to makeup, to clothes. I mean, just recently, it's been acceptable for you to wear locks in a workplace and it be deemed as professional. And I've had a career
Right.
in myself where my supervisor looked me dead in my face because I had a giant afro at one point. She looked me dead in my face and
I
she
love it.
told me, you would get more business if you straightened your hair. And I didn't. And then the next day, she told me I would be fired if I didn't straighten my hair. And so it's like, then you're stuck between that. Do I straighten my hair or do I just continue to be myself? Luckily, I found another job, but so many people are left with like that power dynamic in employment settings where someone asserts their power and their belief over their employees. And
Mhm.
and as hard as it is to hire people these days and what have you, and like the workforce is very different these days. I will say this new generation of workforce that is coming in, they understand their worth and their value in a workplace more than the
Yes.
paycheck. So they're very
Yes.
quick to say like, "No, I'm not doing that and I'm leaving." So if they're
Right.
told I can't wear a hoodie, they're going to be like, "Well, I can't be myself." I've
Right.
seen some of this new millennial or this new generation go in full sleeve tattoos. I have full sleeve tattoos.
My son
And
does. Hmm.
yeah, and their employer was like, "Well, you can't have that. You have to cover it up." And they were like, "This isn't the workplace for me."
Right.
So
Right.
It's more just this everyone that's coming into the workplace now, that's going into the workfield now, are they standing up for themselves? Like, are you going to judge me for wearing a clean piece of clothing, or are you going to judge me for the content of the work that I'm able to put forth? So it's really just like a
Right.
huge mind shift from like the way we grew up, which is like you do the work as you're told, versus now I want to be accepted.
Exactly. And I mean, there are plenty of people like thieves and crooks and liars and in ties and suits. Like
Mm-hmm.
you want, I personally, you know, in my businesses and in my work in leadership, I want the productivity. I want, you know, the person that's going to get the job done. And
Mm-hmm.
if looking at somebody's hair is what's going to make you decide to work with them or not, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit more about your practice and your credentials, and just like a little bit more about your career.
Yeah, so I'm a licensed clinical social worker supervisor. A lot of words for only five letters. And like I mentioned, we are a nonprofit. We operate in now, I think we're in 13 states,
Which is awesome.
offering telehealth. And with the telehealth, you have access to fitness and nutrition. You have access to medication management. We have individual group therapy, EMDR, TBRI. We have all of the letters of different therapy and different providers. We have about 12 providers right now that are all ready and open to accept new clients if you need it. And then we have a few case managers that are coming on, and a really awesome fitness and nutrition guy out of Jersey that he has definitely helped a lot of our clients reach their goals and understanding like food is medicine and understanding how to eat healthy even if they're snackers or they have like you know, divergent eating patterns or anything like that. So he's been really supportive in helping those individuals be able to overcome that and find like good health and wellness. And we love having community partners because that allows us to be able to centralize the care that we offer. So if you call us and let's say it's not therapy that you're looking for, but maybe you just need some extra support right now just to get to the next phase of life, like we have someone here that is more than ready to help you.
Yeah, I love that. Thank
Of
you so much for
course.
joining us and just sharing. I truly appreciate you. Meeting you and just being able to chat with you from time to time has just been so validating. And I don't believe that that's a coincidence. And I'm really grateful for having met you.
Oh yes, definitely. And I'm just waiting for a new hoodie because I don't know. I've already promised it to so many people that are like they see my daughters and they're like, I want one, and I'm like, are you gonna wear it? So my nieces they're like, but Auntie Kayla, and I'm like, no, no, unless you're really gonna wear it. Like I need to know you're gonna wear it. But
I
I know
love
they
it.
will. So that's my gonna be my Christmas present to everybody this year.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Of
Well, I know
course.
you just got off of a flight. You've been busy, so I won't hold you any longer. But I truly appreciate you jumping on and joining us.
Of course, I am more than happy to support you guys in your journey, and I'm here. And if anyone needs to reach out to me, helensproject.org is our website.
Yes.
And if they want to talk more about how we can get accommodations for your hoodie, I am down for it.
Mhm.
So, if there's any other way I can support you, just let me know.
And Helen's Project is also on all socials as well.
Yes.
They're really active on social media. They have amazing content, helpful content. So yeah, I'm about to sign up with Helen's Project myself because
Come on
I've been just
down.
kind of stalking y'all, and I love, 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 love everything that y'all are doing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Look, there's more to come. We've got some really funny things that are that are coming up and some pretty engaging events that we'll be having. We're going to have like drum circles, fireside chats, some wellness
Yeah.
retreats. So definitely follow along and you'll see a whole lot to come.
Thanks so much, Kayla. You have a good
Awesome.
one. Take
Bye, you
care.
too.
Bye. So I see a couple of more questions. Hey, hey, can we ban more than once? I'm not sure what you're asking, Shonda. Ask me that one more time. Type that one more time because I'm kind of blind. I wanted to take a minute. We're not going to be on here much longer, but I wanted to take a minute to answer any questions regarding the Kickstarter campaign. And I think, Shonda, what you're asking, I'm not sure what your question is, but if you'll type it up again, that would be really great. Does anybody have any questions about features, the styles? Oh, the colors. Can y'all see the colors back here? Yeah. So right now, these are some of the colors that we have. We have this warm sand, tan. I don't know if y'all can see it with the light, but it's like a warm sand. We have this pink that I love. I love this pink. Can y'all see that? We have purple, which is my favorite color. It's showing up really good on TikTok. I don't know if it's showing good on. Yeah, maybe pull it down. Yeah, but it's showing up really good on TikTok for some reason. Of course, we have black. And then we have blue. It's like a navy. Can you back more than once? Yes, you most absolutely can. And then we have a gray. Now, I will tell you that you can absolutely back more than once. And there were some few kinks that we had to work out on the Kickstarter. You can back, but you can also purchase pretty much anything on the add-on screen. So if you want to go back to where you backed, you can do some adjustments and then do more things on add-on. I also want to tell you that we are offering youth sizes now, and we are offering youth, small, medium, and large, as well as extended sizes. The extended sizes are 4X, 5X, and 6X. We're offering those sizes in the Core Comfort hoodie. Y'all have to understand that we are a small business, and I have I'm buying minimum order quantities. You know, manufacturing is in production is really interesting. I don't have the buying power to buy just an endless amount. It's based on the demand, which is small right now because we're just starting out. And so we had to take a chance to step out with the Kickstarter campaign. And we wanted to offer, youth and extended sizes on everything, but it's a whole different tech pack. It's a whole different production set. And it's interesting that I'm learning this stuff real time. And so when you're setting your sizes, you can go small to 3X for my manufacturer anyway. But then when you're doing sizes smaller and you're going to youth and children, that's a whole different set. And when you're going to extended sizes, that's a whole different set. And of course, the 4X through 6X are more expensive because it requires more fabric and just more everything all the way around. And I have been and still am a plus size girly, and I was once in those sizes, so I understand the frustration and even just having to navigate purchasing your clothing and things like that for a little bit more. Thank you for sending me a rose. I appreciate that. Regarding the Kickstarter campaign, we're almost at 100%. We're at 85, I think, percent the last time I checked. I'm 1000% sure that we're going to make it, and I'm excited about it. We're going to extend for another 30 days for late pledges. And we're going to, what else? Was there anything else? Oh, regarding the colors. Yes, don't forget that they are hand sewn. Exactly. Our hoodies are not mass produced. So a lot of the hoodies that folks are wearing, even the sensory support hoodies that folks are wearing because they only have 1 or 2 features, they are still mass produced. Our hoodies, when you're looking at these zippers and you're looking at all of these features in a mini weighted blanket, even the mini weighted blanket itself, it's not mass produced. It's not made by machine. There's a real team of people that is at the manufacturing company that that are producing these, and they are sewing them by hand. And yes, you can pledge more than once. I think you might have to pledge with a separate email if you're going to do a whole different set, but yes, you can pledge more than once. And I know there was a question about shipping. Shipping is a little bit more expensive just because what we're shipping is a weighted hoodie And some of them, you know, of course, with many of them having the inserts that weigh up to, you know, 2.5 pounds by themselves. So that's for anyone who had a question about, you know, the shipping expense. We're going to be working really hard to keep shipping as low as possible, but shipping is expensive, a little bit expensive because of the weight of the items that we're shipping. Are there any other questions? Does the Core Comfort come with the mini weighted blankets? No, they do not. The Core Comfort was our attempt to give people a baseline, like a basic, more basic hoodie at a lower price point, so that they could get, you know, the other sensory needs met. Because we understand that with the Sensory Max being at 200, that might be more expensive, you know, than people can afford. So we offered the Core Comfort because, one, not everyone needs the mini weighted blankets, but also you wanted to give people a different price point. But what I am doing is I'm working on trying to figure out a zip up version of the Sensory Max to have weighted blankets. It's just kind of tricky, but we are working on that. Are there any other questions? Oh, y'all want to see the unboxing? Yeah. So the box that, for those who got the Sensory Max or the 6 Sensory Max Plus tier, you're gonna get a special unboxing, and this is the box. And I love boxes and bags so much. I keep boxes and bags, but this is the box. Yeesh. Can you see it? Boom, boom, boom. And this is the box, your wearable toolkit. And we also have some more features coming that are going to be so freaking awesome. I'm so excited. I'm going to try to roll them out this week to let y'all know about them. But we have more accessories and tools that are coming. And one thing I can say too, I have a Core Comfort in pink. Yes, you do. You had a pink. The U size is okay. So let me talk to you a little bit about the colors. So the way the colors work is they are part of the Kickstarter stretch goals. So we have to have so many hoodies per color. And so once we reach a certain amount, then we're able to roll out another color. And so I'll be announcing that as we, you know, get the numbers that we need to get one color, which of course the first color, then we'll roll out a second color. And then once we get the number to meet that color, then we'll roll out the next. And so if that makes sense. Siobhan said, I have a Core Comfort in pink. It's still amazing. It feels like a hug, seriously. Thank you, Siobhan. And then I'm going to bring Siobhan on here because she's been in the comments and she has the hoodie. Her family has the hoodie. And Courtney says, I've been watching y'all since day one and I'm so freaking proud of you. Honestly, it's been such a blessing, man, to watch y'all grow, and I'm praying you all thrive. Thank you so much. Willie, who is my brother, said, will mine come with a cigar? Love you. I'm going to get the pink one. My brother said he's going to rock the pink. That's hilarious. But I'm going to bring Siobhan on because she has the hoodie and she lives in the area that I live in. And she is really fully invested in the Hood Sensory hoodie. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know why.
You have to close it.
I'm gonna have to close it up and open it up. Hold on, Siobhan. Okay, I'm gonna bring Siobhan on. I just sent you a link, Siobhan. Oh, and yeah, I'll show you the compression sleeves. These are the compression sleeves, which we showed in the demo, but they are so nice. And they come with a snap for the Sensory Max, but you can buy them without the snap if you're buying them with the Core Comfort. And they're level 15, which is just a nice hug. It's not anything too serious. It's not too heavy. But these are the sleeves. Now the sleeves are hidden unless you want to wear them out, and they do have the text logo. But those are the compression sleeves. But the hoodie sleeve, well, again, it will only have the shell. And so for those who want to be discreet with their hoodie, it only has the shell. Oh, and Saray wants me to show y'all to see this cup. She's so excited about the cup. Saray designed a cup. It's a 2-chamber cup. She's so silly. Oh, Siobhan. Siobhan, do you have your hoodie on?
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to ask Siobhan. Hey, Siobhan. How are you? Wait a minute. Siobhan. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. How are you?
You rocking your hoodie.
I am. Can you see it?
You got to steal it from one of the kids. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
so
stole it
much,
back.
Courtney.
I stole it back.
So Siobhan is someone who purchased the hoodie and loves it so much. You want to share your experience with it? Share.
Yeah. It's really comfortable. And like I said on the comments, I am a fluffy girl, and it does fit well. Here, Declan, come here. Help me. What? Come here. So you can
come on, Declan.
Wait, do I need to
do well? Do well, Declan.
Do I need to turn?
Hey, Declan.
Turn it. What do I do?
Nice hair.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, so like you can see sort of how it fits. Pretty good. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And you're wearing the Core Comfort.
The Core Comfort, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and you also got this. You pledged this for the Sensory Max, right?
Yes, for the boys. The boys are gonna both get the Sensory Maxes. I'm probably gonna steal heated blankets from the weighted blankets from them and I do plan on getting another Max as well. Cool. But Declan's telling me no, I'm not allowed. So I brought it home. I got to wear it for probably 5 minutes, and then it got stolen by my youngest. And the turtle, my little sensory turtle, got stolen as well.
Well,
I finally got it back to the other day. Okay. I had the other night, I was telling you earlier, I had a very like restless night the other night. I wasn't able to sleep. I had racing thoughts. I put it on and started playing with my little zipper in my little pocket here. And it helped me calm down.
Yeah.
I was able
We're like both clinical OCD besties.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was able, it helped ease some of those racing thoughts. And I was able, and I put the hood on, and I don't normally wear the hood of hoodies. But I put the hood on, and it just kind of enveloped me and made me feel like I was secure. I really like the logos, how they're raised and everything, and I can, play with them. Gives
Have
me,
you been able to wash it?
Not yet. No, no, you're good. Not yet. I'm constantly stimming, and this jacket or this hoodie helps me have something to stim with, other than my legs shaking a million miles a minute. So
Courtney asked, what does it help with insomnia?
Well, I mean, so my issue with sleep is just I have a bunch of stress, who doesn't? I always have like racing thoughts. And when I did wear it, when I put it on that night that I just couldn't sleep, it did help. It just kind of gave me a little bit of comfort, and my mind was able to settle down as I was like playing with my zipper and everything. So it did help. It at least helped erase some of the racing thoughts and everything. Yeah.
I know for me, when I put the hood on, it mutes sound for me. And I know that's something that's, it's subjective. Because
not mute sound.
It doesn't. It doesn't like completely eradicate sound, but it dampens the sound. Thank you. I know for some people, noise is like subjective to folks, because some people are not bothered by noise at all, And then some people, like, I'm bothered by certain noises, but yeah, dampens the sound. Thank you so much, y'all.
Yeah.
But when I put it on, it gives me this covering over my ears, and it just, the sound, the way sound bounces in the acoustics of sound, it shifts for me. So when I put it on, like, I'm talking louder now all of a sudden, because sound, when I have the hood on, is shifted. Does that make sense, y'all? And so, like, now that I don't have it on, I'm not talking as loud, because I don't know why I just did that. I just noticed that I talk louder when I have the hood on, because it
Well,
feels like, go ahead.
No, it just kind of makes you feel like you're in your own little like safe bubble.
It does.
Does that make sense?
It does make you feel, yeah, it does make you feel like you're in a bubble. Let me do that again. Hold on. Yeah, like, it's weird. Like, it's interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting. So does anyone, someone, okay, does anybody on TikTok have any questions? I feel like we've been ignoring y'all. I'm so sorry. And thank y'all for joining us. Vesper, hi. It's a lot of people on TikTok. Thank you guys. Well, there were a lot of people on there. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate y'all. Well, guys, I don't want to have y'all on here all night. Yeah, it does almost cover your eyes. So, and my head is really big. And so I have on this 1X, and like, it does. You see this? And I have this big hair too, but it just, I actually go to sleep in my hoodie, sometimes I'll get down on the couch, sit down, and I'll lay back, and I'll just kind of do this. So it doesn't have the mask that people like, but it does, you know, the hood is big. So what's your boys' favorite features?
All right, Declan, what's your favorite feature?
Hey, Declan, broke bestie. What'd he say?
Come here. All right, Declan.
Like, when I first put it on, the first thing I noticed was the texture of the hood and how I that was my favorite part.
How does it feel?
Texture of the hood.
The texture of the hood.
It was super comfy. You can sleep in it all night.
It's like
you sleep in yours?
He doesn't have one yet.
You just stole yours, though.
Right now, I would definitely replace it with my pajamas.
He would replace his pajamas.
He said if he had one, he do what with it? Oh,
he
so
would
someone said that he would
replace
wear
his
it with
pajamas with the hoodie.
I love it. Rocking pajamas. I wear my hoodie all the time. Jamie wears his all the time. Jamie, you want to talk to the people? Bring them this way too. Sorry.
Also, hi TikTok. Yeah, I love the city, man. I love the city a lot. I went through and was able to go through and help with some of the development and everything like that. And it's been amazing, honestly. The biggest thing that I'm proud of is the hood, because I told them, I don't know if anybody here plays Kingdom Hearts or anything like that, Final Fantasy, but I told them, I was like, Organization 13, I want that hood. That's
I don't know what you're talking about.
The people who are here who play Kingdom Hearts know exactly what I'm talking about, and they're happy. That's all. So yeah.
Hey Bonnie. Hey Vesper. So yeah, what about Liam?
Liam, come here. Oh, he's cooking. What's your favorite part of the hoodie? He said he likes the fact that it's like really soft.
Yeah.
But don't let them lie, because both of them like that turtle too.
They love the turtle. Yeah.
You know, I can't keep the turtle. But Pickle says, I'm not lying. I love the hoodie, but they do like the turtle too.
They love the turtle. Yeah. I know people have
a little turtle.
Yeah, that's the turtle. That's our little mascot. I know people have touch sensitivity too. I know one question was about if you could feel the zippers, if you could feel it like under, like, you know.
Not really, honestly.
In one prototype, it was where I almost went crazy because I could feel the zippers and it felt so painful. And
Oh yeah.
I worked on that. I was like, we got to change the zippers. We got to change the
Yeah.
zippers. So with the next one, like the thing about it is over time, the hoodie is like a pair of jeans. It just kind of softens, and I don't know. Even the zippers, like they just kind of the fabric behind the zippers, it just
So,
softens over time, and I don't feel the zippers like I did before.
no,
Somebody
I
said
have the
turtle hat.
zipper. I have the zipper in the pocket, in the front pocket, and like that's where my zipper is on this one, on the core hoodie.
Yeah,
And I don't feel it at all, unless of course I'm actively playing with it.
yeah, but it's the arm zippers where people had like lots of questions, and
Hmm.
so yeah, and then I know some people have this thing where they don't like anything around their neck, but they like hoodies. I don't feel any, because I don't feel any restrictions there.
No.
Um, I try to make it to where you see this overlap. I don't know if y'all can see TikTok. You see how it overlaps, and we're even with the next prototype, it's gonna rest a little bit even more relaxed here. But I was very aware of like feeling that choking feeling, and I can't stand that.
Yeah,
So it
that's the thing.
rests.
It's the whole hood is kind of, it's very open. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's no, you don't feel like you're getting strangled um at all. And there's so much room.
yeah. And then pets. Jamie has cats. You have dogs.
I have
Do
dogs.
you do you get a lot of pet hair? I feel
Um
like anything gets pet hair.
Anything is gonna
I
get that.
listen,
Yeah.
and I have a corgi, and so I get pet hair everywhere, but I'm actually looking at my pink one right now. I mean, there's a little, but it's not bad, not at all.
Not like static,
It's
like
not like
sticky.
you would typically get.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
have this. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I feel like I don't get many stains, or you know what I'm saying, nothing that can't be washed out. But as far as like stuff sticking to it, I don't have pets, but it doesn't catch a lot of stuff is
We
what
have
I'm
we have the
saying.
hair oils, mousses, so on and so forth, makeup and everything like that. And throughout all of that, all the hoodies have gone through and stayed the same.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, all right. Someone said the attention to detail is insane. I can tell you're very passionate about this, Katina. Really, thank you so much. Thank you, Courtney.
That's
Like,
sweet.
Courtney is like making me blush. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love so much. This is what clinical OCD does to you. It like you
Yeah.
get fixated on, and I am neurodivergent and I have other conditions, but that clinical OCD be whooping my behind. And my manufacturer was like, finally, like, put the thing out already. And I could have put, I'm a fan of you too. I could have put the thing out a couple of years ago, but I just could not let it go because I didn't want to disappoint people. I wanted it to be something that really could help as many people as possible. And I know that it's not going to solve the world's problems, and I know it's not going to be for everybody, but I try to check off as many boxes as I can. Another thing that comes up a lot, which is so weird to me, is people talking about the word hood. I'm like, you can't have the word hoodie without the word hood. And I'm like, y'all are thinking too much about this. Like this, like that says more. If you have a problem with the name of the company, that says more about you than it does me. Because Hood Sensory,
Yeah.
like hood, because I could call it hoodie sensory, but that doesn't flow as well as hood sensory. So
Yeah.
it's definitely about cultural identity. It's definitely about representation. We're not trying to hide that, because in the conversation of neurodivergence, there are people that get left out of the conversation. Some of those people are adults. Adults get left out of the conversation because everybody thinks that adults, we should be able to deal with whatever. And so, sensory conditions and neurodivergence, the support, it ages out. Once you're past a cute little kid stage, and even for children, there's a lot of lack of support. And so it's definitely rooted in representation. And I can't tell you how many people that look like us, whether it's age, whether it's race, whether it's body, body type. So many people have really been able to identify, and it resonates with so many folks. Somebody asked the question, will they be available after the Kickstarter ends? Yes, they will be available after the Kickstarter ends. We're going to take it to Shopify. We just used the Kickstarter to do just that, to kickstart it. And so we have a plan where we're going to go from Kickstarter to Kickstarter late pledges and transition into Shopify. And in Shopify, when we get that site up, you'll be able to just purchase your items. It won't be tiers. You just be able to purchase your items, and there will probably be more opportunities for more like promos and discounts and things like that as well. But we needed the Kickstarter to get things going. And we really appreciate all the love and support, because apparel is actually hard, regardless of if it's sensory supportive or not. Apparel is like an oversaturated market. So it's really cool that there's been such an outpouring. Please tell everybody that to jump on this and support. We really need your support. And I have a goal in mind, an internal goal in mind. I want to be able to roll out as many colors as possible. We're here to stay. I'm invested. It's been 6 years. We're fully patented. We are fully patented, which I'm so excited about, because it's like, can your hoodie do this? Is your hoodie patented? Is your hoodie, does it have many weighted blankets? Does it have snaps in the armpit for compression sleeves? Like, can your hoodie do this? Can your hoodie do it? It says your hoodie, Christina said, your hoodie will help us live comfortably in the world and not stand out without still being able to meet. Yes, thank you so much for saying that. And if someone has a problem with the word hood, Courtney said, do you gang? No, I'm just kidding. Courtney was like, I'll be outside. No, I'm just kidding. Courtney said, if someone has a problem with the word hood being used in a freaking hoodie company, I hope they step on some wet with clean socks on. Oh, wet with steel socks. Girl, you are cracking me up. Courtney said, yes, fully patented is a huge milestone. Someone over there forced Katina to drink some water. I do need to drink some water. I do. I will drink some water. Do I sound like a frog? That's right. That's right. My brother said the hoodie that hugs you back. We are really, and let me tell you something else, and I'm going to get off of here because I'm a rambling fool. I'm going to tell y'all something. Another thing that helped me, that got me started with creating Hood Sensory, when COVID first started, the isolation, for some people, it was really, really great. But for some people, it was so hard. And I'll never forget, there was this girl on TikTok, this young lady on TikTok, or person on TikTok, and I wish I could find her. I just remember her, and y'all might remember this. She was in a room, and she was like, COVID is so hard for me. And she was like, I need a hug. She was crying. And she was like, I just need a hug. I just need a hug. And it was like she was really struggling because of the loss of the element of human touch. And even those of us who have touch aversion, like I have issues with being touched because touch is trust. Even those of us with that, it's like you still need the element of human touch. Think about how plants respond to touch and respond to sound. People still need that element, even if they struggle with it, right? And so that was another big reason why I created Hood Sensory, is because at the time in 2020, people were dealing with intense isolation, and all I could hear is that young lady saying, I need a hug, and she was in tears. She was in tears. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. Siobhan, thanks for hanging out.
Of course.
And I'll see you later. I appreciate y'all. Unless y'all have more questions, I don't think y'all do. We thank you for the handful of folks that rock with us on the live. This was our first one. We'll get better at it, I promise. We'll get better at it. I promise we will. Thank you. I know I'm just like all over the place. But please, 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 if you haven't supported on Kickstarter, please do. Also, for the youth sizes, they are $100. But if you get another tier, you could do the youth size as an add-on for $80. So that's where you can get your discount for your youth sizes. Thank you, Christina, for backing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to get it. I can't wait for you to get it in your hands. Thank you, everybody that's joined on all the platforms. Again, we will get better at this, and we'll do another live. We'll see you on the other side of the campaign. We may do a live to celebrate once we meet our goal. But please tell everybody that you know this is a small business. And you know, we're always going to we're going to be intentional about what we create. You'll never see on Hood Sensory just a bunch of products or even a bunch of colors, because I know for me as an ND, I don't like too many choices. I don't want it to be an overstimulating experience. We're going to create some meaningful items. We're going to be intentional. It's always going to be a small curated menu of items that are purposeful, not just a bunch of stuff that's thrown on a website to get your money. So I appreciate all y'all's positive thoughts and prayers and well wishes. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you to my family who joined. Thank you, Siobhan, Dr. Smith, Helen's Project, and we'll be seeing y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all take care. Bye. Bye, y'all.